Hey friends, Celtic Mike here. On Monday I published a YouTube short informing you that I was having major spine surgery on Tuesday the 13th, and how I was using Celtic Practices to get through my surgery anxiety and recovery pain as a supplemental tool. Well, here I am still in the hospital, and long story, but I'm not doing very well, and please forgive me if I keep looking off to the side, because I had to write down some notes because I'm just so out of it and I don't want to forget anything. So, I want to tell you more about the Celtic Practices shortly, but first I think I should update you on my current status and the unbelievably horrible experience I endured on Tuesday. So, I'm sorry if I'm venting in this video, but I'm currently beside myself in pain and suffering from a severe bout of anxiety and depression. Turning my page in my notes. But so on Tuesday, guess what? There was no spine surgery for me. I was put under anesthesia, I was intubated, and then there was a urological complication with the catheter and such, and as a result, instead of getting my back spine surgery, I had emergency procedure done by the urology department, and now I have pain on my back as well as my front. So I'm just a ball of pain right now. Unfortunately, the urology department has been somewhat vague and carefully wording things after hiding from me, basically for the entire day of when everything went down, and pretty much since then, having to demand someone talk to me and, going crazy. So even though I'm in pain, taking pain meds and whatnot, I still was able to utilize what I personally think is superior analysis abilities, and using the information I picked up here and there, and missteps and things that some of the urologists said, which they probably shouldn't have, that slipped out. I've pretty much determined that the complication I have urologically and preventing me from getting the surgery are the result of medical error, poor judgment on the part of the people doing it, and just outright, they effed up. I don't know how else to say it. They effed up, and they're covering it up. Now, I get it, mistakes happen, but they should be owned up to and not hidden from. The truth always comes out, especially when I'm involved. I don't let things go. So, since this horrible day on Tuesday, I have spoken to the patient advocate and demanded copies of all the records and other documents and whatnot, which I've yet to receive. And the case was supposedly escalated to the patient management department, who's opening an investigation. But, who knows what's going to come out of that. Once I get well, I can get going on tracking down who needs to be dealt with and what. So, unfortunately now, my back surgery is on hold indefinitely. Today is Friday morning, I've been in the hospital since Tuesday, and on Monday they want to do another urological operation on me on Monday, which might let me go home Tuesday, but, not in a very pleasant way. Hi. Checking the bag. All good? All good. Okay, thank you. Sorry, that was just a nurse checking in. So, as I was saying, my back surgery is on hold now indefinitely, so I will continue to suffer with back pain. And on Monday, urology is going to be doing another surgery, or at least they want to. That'll allow me to go home, and not in the greatest of circumstances, but I won't get into the worst details, but it's not good. And until all the urological issues they created are resolved and whatnot, my orthopedic surgeon won't even consider doing the spine surgery on me. So I'm just done for a long time now. I mean, I'm not talking weeks, maybe even months before I can get my spine surgery. So, that really sucks. Especially considering the back issues is a deteriorating condition that's going to continue to get worse and worse. I mean, leading up to today, I couldn't walk more than maybe 10 feet with my cane before I started getting excruciating pain. Couldn't stand in one single spot for more than a minute without getting that pain. And even sitting, I can only sit for 15 to 20 minutes without getting pain. So it was like the only place where I could be without being in tremendous pain was lying down, which isn't the greatest thing either to be doing constantly. But now it's only going to get worse. Having difficulty even sitting up based upon the placement of the contraptions and whatever they installed on me. So that's all not good. So pretty much I'm going to continue to have a zero quality of life with constant pain for some amount of time. Sorry if I'm rambling. And more importantly, and this is the really thing I'm most upset about, is that I'm going to continue to be a burden on my family for foreseeable future. None of this is good. The day after all this went down, I guess that was Wednesday, I was just in my hospital bed here reclined, and I was just like, so I'm sitting right here, I have great physical pain and honestly great mental pain. The anxiety was bad enough, but I could feel a palpable pain in my heart and my head and feel myself descending into depression. I haven't felt this bad mentally since before I started seeing a therapist and started getting on mental health drugs. So, it's just bad. So, anyway, I promised I would circle back to the Celtic Practices. So, as I've said since the beginning, and I reiterated in my free guide that I put out on May 1st, these Celtic Practices that I am testing and sharing with you, they aren't a cure-all or a magic pill. That they're a supplement, a complement to traditional practices to give you that little extra, oomph that you might need. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't have value. Over the last 6+ months, I feel the Celtic Practices has greatly benefited me. And they definitely, I feel it helped me with my anxiousness leading up to my surgery, which never happened. Even when going into the OR the other day, my wife was hysterical crying, but I was calm and peaceful, and I was going down this long hall to the operating room, and I was meditating and chanting on my my daily Irish mental health mantra, which is Tom Care Galore, Be Me Care Galore, Be Gach Rud Care Galore. And that translates to, I am alright, I will be alright, everything will be alright, and, a little positive affirmation. But even everything I've gone through lately, sorry, someone called in and I didn't know what happened. I don't know what I was saying before the phone started ringing, but I believe now more than ever, even though everything that's gone on, I believe now more than ever in the power of the Celtic Practices. Hi. Sorry, that was just the person who came in to take my order for lunch and dinner. Big deal, it's hospital food, doesn't really matter, but sorry if I keep losing my train of thought, especially when I'm getting interrupted. So, now more than ever, I believe in the power of the Celtic Practices. I may be a mental mess right now, but I know I'll be even worse without the Celtic Practices, and have been doing them, quite some months now and stuff. But I think it's an incremental tool. It's incremental, but it's still valuable. How much worse would I have been without them? They didn't cure me right now. I still descended into depression, but I really think I'd be much worse off without them. So if you've been testing them or want to test them for yourself, I still encourage you to do that. What I'm going through right now is is very extreme. So take it for what it is. Other than that's my update. What's going on with me, and like I said, horrible depression because nothing to look forward to.
Hi, good morning.
Sorry again. It's amazing. Nobody comes in here for hours, and I figured it was a good time to record this video before I get another dose of pain medicine, and I'm out cold or really groggy, and now everyone decides they're gonna start coming in. That was just the general hospital doctor. So I still don't remember where I left off, and I'm not gonna stop and rewind. So if I'm repeating myself, sorry about that. Please bear with me. I think what I was saying before was just how this depression I have right now is like the worst it's been in a long, long time. It's like there's nothing, there's zero quality of life and nothing to look forward to. My family and my kids, they don't blame me, but they're going to be disappointed when we have to cancel our vacation for the end of July now. And there's nothing to look forward to other than more pain and misery. So it's not the greatest, but I remember what I was saying. I think I don't know what I was saying. I'm sorry about this, guys. They did a number on me. They did a real number on me. But any event, I'm keeping the Celtic practices going. I know I'd be much worse off without them, so don't for a minute think I'm giving up on them, because I'm not. And I do feel a need to give a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube. Nothing of this type. But if you suffer from anxiety and depression, or find yourself in a situation like mine, you don't want to be relying just on Celtic practices or something else. The minute I felt that wave of huge depression come on, and I got to my room, the first thing I did was call my therapist and spoke to her. Meanwhile, my wife was making sure that I would be getting my mental health meds and getting them on time, so there wouldn't be any lapse in care with the mental health drugs. Lastly is when, things quieted down and I was in a little less pain from the meds, that I tried to do my Celtic practices to kind of bring things down a bit more. And, I think it worked, but, it is what it is. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know that. I'm sure you do. Just, there's a time and a place for every type of treatment, and don't take what I'm doing with the Celtic practices as like the end all be all. It's very important. It's going to be very powerful, but it's not a substitute for professional help. So lastly, I'm sure my subscribers have noticed that there's been a big decrease in the quantity of my published content in the form of YouTube videos and newsletters and stuff. Now, this was obviously directly caused by my back pain. But now that I have back and front pain and more issues than I care to deal with, I want to assure you that, that I'm going to soldier on like a good Celtic warrior and continue providing content for you. Just please bear with me as I address all these mounting medical issues. At one point I was putting out like a video every week, and then it just slowed down, and it's not for lack of caring or lack of wanting to give you content or lack of content to produce and share with you. It's just been all pain related. I really believe there is great mental power and potential healing power in not only ancient Celtic ways, but other ancient ways for that matter. I'm determined to find them and test them and share them with you, so that you and me and whoever has a use of these practices. To a large extent, I've dedicated my life to it right now. But unfortunately, I have to start, dedicating a lot to my health now. Unfortunately, even more so than before. But in any event, just thanks for listening to my rant. I feel a little better having gotten some of that out of my mouth. I don't want to say too much about that stuff to my wife and upset her even more. I know she knows what I'm feeling, but well, in any event, thanks for listening, and hopefully I can put out another video sometime over the weekend if anything's new to share or whatever, since I'm stuck in this hospital until probably Tuesday. So I'll be here all weekend doing nothing and missing Father's Day, and the crap continues to roll downhill. In any event, I hope everyone else is well, and I hope to see you soon.